Pagans and Witches, and then also I've got the Witch and Fairy Festival, that's at the end of May. And I had an idea for something else that I could take along, just something like really simple. So those of you that have been following me for a little while know that I like to create my pieces of artwork from sustainable, like reclaimed, recycled, all sorts of odds and ends that otherwise would have just gone in the bin and gone to waste. And I like to incorporate them into something amazing and magical. And today's little exercise is I'm going to be converting these tambourines, as they are. They were given out to everybody at my stepson's wedding to cheer on the bride and groom. So they're all lovely decorated with ribbons and things. And I couldn't bear to see them go to waste. After people that wanted one for souvenirs have taken them, there seemed to be rather a lot left. I think some went to a play group for children to play with, which is a great idea. And I've harvested a few as well. So I'm going to make something far more witchy with the ones that I've got. So first of all, I'll take all the ribbons out and remove all of those things because they're not going to be needed for the design that I'm making. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the cymbal parts, the bits that make that rattling noise. So in this one, I've actually taken them out. And what that then gives me is a drum. And I thought of making some little pagan drums. Only simple, small things, just silly, really. So what I've done is I've painted the moon on. I'll come around so you can't see for the light. If I hold it there, then the light won't shine through. So you can see I've painted a moon design on this one. I've gone for some black ones as well, like that. So I thought of painting maybe a barn owl or something, some kind of night creature on there. And then this one I've drawn a cat. So if you can see, if I put my hand behind so this light doesn't come through, there's a little cat on there. So I'm going to actually create a cat. So what I need for this is some black acrylic paint. Just squeeze a bit of that out. Pop that down there. And then I want a nice fine brush. So I think this one should do just nice. And I'm going to paint the cat onto this little drum. So I've drawn an outline already of the cat. And I'm just going to follow it round with the black paint now. I'll probably leave the detail parts for using a pen with, because pens can give you much better detail. And I just thought of putting a few different designs on all of the different drums to make a nice pagan-y feel to things. So this is what we have so far. So black cats are quite straightforward to paint as a silhouette onto something. And given that I have one who I observe very closely every day, I find them quite easy to just paint. Maybe if I twist this way a little bit, you might be able to see what I'm doing a bit more. There we are, sort of starting to come together. And the idea with this is that I can sell these little drums at the festival, and they make something a bit different, don't they? Just something a bit unusual. And it's my way of being able to utilize something that otherwise would have just gone probably in the bin, because they're all personalized. You see, they've got the bride and groom's initials on them and the date, so they can't really be used for anything else. So it's starting to come together now. So now I'm just going to draw, following the outline that I drew on there with the brush. So it's starting to come. Nearly there. Once I've got the basic outline drawn in, then you can kind of enjoy the filling in the space. So this is just a silhouette of a cat. Just going to put some fur. It's coming. Just going to put some fur now coming off the cat. Starting to come together. Very shortly, you won't have realised that this was once a wedding celebration tambourine. And the great thing about this design that I'm painting on here is that it covers up the personalisation that's on the drum. See, it's starting to come together. Nearly there. There we go. Nice and simple. What do you think? I just think they make a really nice little idea, that's all. So I've got loads to paint now. I'd like your suggestions as to what to paint. So I've done a black cat already. What about on the black one? What about an owl, maybe? What do you think? Or I could do some bats on a white one. So let me know what you think and drop the comments in below. Just have a look at the comments and see if anyone's got any ideas. So Darkhorn says hi, hello, nice to see you, and says, oh, thank you, says I'm talented. Who else is there? Indra as well. Hi Indra, nice to see you. So you've just joined me painting drums actually. So I'm going to do this one next. I will take out all these little symbol-y things because they're a bit annoying. So this is the moon design one. And I think bats. Let's do bats. I've got the black paint out, haven't I? So let's do some bats. So this is going to be freehand, just with black paint, black acrylic paint. It's a good start for a bat, isn't it? do the other side now. Quite straightforward, actually. There we go, there's one. And now I'm going to do a few smaller ones going off into the distance. We get bats here where I live. Only the the sort of the tiny small pipistrelle ones. But I was fortunate enough to go to Mauritius for my 40th birthday a long while ago, and there they had. I mean, they must have been. They were either giant fruit bats or vampire bats, and they were absolutely huge. They were like really, really big. Just looking up at the trees, they looked like the size of vultures. They were massive, absolutely gorgeous. Starting to look quite spooky, isn't it? Well, now one little one just going up into the background. Good, yeah. What do you think? Now I'll just put some little dots. I think bats have got to be the easiest things to paint as a silhouette as they disappear. I'm going to paint another one in the foreground here with its wings, maybe with its wings down. That sort of size coming down. And just paint the other side. Nearly there. Just painting some little legs. And then I think maybe a couple of smaller ones at the bottom. A couple more down here. Just little tiny ones. There we are. I'll hold it up against me there so that you can see without the light shining through. There we go. So straight away, I've got two little drums, nice and pagany and witchy. I'll stand up again so you can see without the light shining through. So we've got bats and cats. So if you've got any suggestions, any ideas of what you'd like me to paint on these little drums, then drop them in the comments and let me know. So that's a dead short and sweet live for today, just to show you a little insight of how I like to utilise things that just would go in the bin. Um, and it gives me great joy to know that they've come from somewhere special, and now they've been made into something else special. And it's kind of like a cycle, really, isn't it? Anyway, I hope you have a lovely rest of your afternoon, and thank you very much for joining me for this little short burst of live. And I will see you again soon. Bye for now.